Okay, so I missed last week's video, but stuff happens. I was just, kind of busy and it was really hot, so I have many excuses. But anyways, this is the Ultimate Saturday review for Ultimate Spider-Man Volume 4. Like I said, I'm a week late with this one, but it is definitely, this is a good issue. I mean, it's not the greatest out of all of them, but it's definitely not the worst. We're not going to get into the worst until later, which is, kind of hard to say that there's like a bad volume for Ultimate Spider-Man. But there kind of is, or at least there's one that I feel skipping is worth, but whatever, let's get into it. As you can see, Elektra, and wow, Black Cat, I almost completely forgot her name. They make their, I don't know about Elektra, but I know Black Cat makes her debut in this series. This cover's a little scratched here. That was actually from when I got it. I accidentally dropped it, because I got this at a swap meet. There's actually a story to that I did in my vlog videos, but no one watches those. So I might as well just say now that about, no, like 9, because I had the first 3 volumes of this already, but I ended up getting all 9 for a really good price at the swap meet, and I mean like a really good price. I was like surprised because my swap meet doesn't usually have good stuff. Here's the inside, the same thing like that. Like I said, they got rid of the inside pictures, which I liked the inside pictures here. They should have kept them, but that's fine. Let's see, this is collecting Ultimate Spider-Man issues number 40 through 45 and 47 through 53. So that means you're missing issue 46, but issue 46 I believe is actually in volume 5, I want to say. I think they actually put it in that one because it's part of this giant, not giant, but it's part of a different series. Like, I'll explain it when I get to next week, but basically if you buy all the hardcovers, including the omnibus, you won't be missing an issue. I looked it up, so yeah, number 46 is in a different one, and I guess this would be 2, 4, 6, so this would be issues or volumes 8 and 9 of the soft cover. And if they ever print a second volume of the omnibus, I would assume this would be the first part of it, but don't quote me on that one. So basically it starts off with a little bit of the whole, there's a little bit of the Mary Jane and Peter off again, on again thing going on in this volume, which, it's alright. It's kind of like one of the things I like about it is that they're in high school, and it's kind of reminiscent of that in a way. It's kind of weird to say, but I like it because I like the fact that he's in high school and that we're going through things that I guess I mean, I've been out of high school for years now, but I mean, I can still kind of remember it, and it's kind of like, oh, I remember this, so I can relate to it. I'm sure younger readers could relate to it a little bit better. Not completely, obviously, he's a superhero, but you know what I mean. Actually, here's a thing that does happen a lot throughout these few issues up until they, I think, explain it a good ways down the road, is that Flash keeps wanting to talk to Peter about something, and Peter kind of, since he's been the bully all his life, he doesn't want to talk to him. Here we can see Spider-Man lost his costume when he fought Venom in the last volume, so he's going around wearing this. He only has the mask, and it's kind of funny because the shirt reminds me a little bit of Ben Reilly's shirt, but not, he doesn't have the hood and stuff, but it's in that kind of way. Mary Jane going a little crazy with Liz, they're rebelling or whatever, but the main story begins right here at the end of the first issue. This new guy who is a mutant, he will go out and say he's not a lot and go crazy about it. He can blow up, I think he can blow up anything, but he's blowing up cars in front of this party that they're all at, that they're not supposed to be at, by the way. And that kind of goes through the whole first thing with Peter. Like I said, there's a lot of him and Mary Jane stuff going on. He does have this costume. She gives him that doesn't actually fit because she didn't finish it. But see, we can see more of the blowing up cars, and this is where around the X-Men show up, and that's why, you know, the cover has Storm, because he does meet the X-Men and he decides to go with them. He doesn't actually like Xavier, from what I remembered. Oh yeah, does he get knocked out? He does get knocked out while there's plane crashing. He does get knocked out. There was an emergency at the school, now that I'm looking at this page, because the guy was blowing up cars at his school. He blew up his principal's car and some teachers' cars, so they decided to evacuate Midtown High School. Is it Midtown High? I think it's Midtown High. I don't remember. I could be wrong. But they evacuated Peter's school, and Aunt May goes there. He's not there. She's, you know, kind of freaked out about it. She's not at the Daily Bugle. Then she gets a phone call from school saying that he never even showed up, so she gets even more mad. While Peter is basically trying not to die. Like I said, he wakes up at the Xavier Institute, and he doesn't like what they're trying to do with the New Mutant guy. He tries to escape, and all this stuff happens. Basically, it wasn't like that big of a thing. It was cool seeing their interactions and stuff, but it was all right. There's actually a part where he, right here, where he's imagining what would happen if he actually did try to escape. Now that I think about it, he doesn't actually escape. I'm just remembering. He imagines it and he imagines winning, but it doesn't work. He doesn't do it. It doesn't happen. When he gets home, Aunt May is pissed. And let's fast forward a little bit. Yes, Aunt May sees Spider-Man everywhere, at least that's what she's starting to think, and she's talking to her therapist about it, but that's a whole nother thing. I believe the Enforcers are the next thing to show up, along with the Kingpin. I think the rest of this, yeah, the rest of this is all Kingpin related. He's come back to the city. If you read the earlier volumes, they out him as the Kingpin of crime. They tie him to all this stuff with a video where he murders somebody, but because of how it was obtained or something like that, he gets free, or maybe he's not free yet. Either way, he flees and he's back now. This is where he's made his debut, coming back. And yes, he leaves school in the middle of it because he gets mad at his teacher. That has nothing to do with this part. But yeah, he takes on the Enforcers again. Kingpin hires Elektra to take him out. Dinner with him, but yeah, he hires, I want to say, yeah, it's Elektra, because Black Cat, I believe, is not with Kingpin. Or is she with Kingpin, pretending to be with Kingpin? I don't actually remember. Let's fast forward a little bit, because there is a cat fight, basically, between Elektra and Black Cat, and there's really not much else to say without ruining it. And like I said, I will have like a spoiler filled video once I get through all of these in a few weeks. But it does end with a confrontation between the three: Black Cat, well, is not really Elektra, it's more like Black Cat and Kingpin and Spider-Man. It's alright. Here we have the Eno Extras that are in all these things, the covers, the sketch art, which is, you know, always cool to see. It'd be cooler if, you know, it came with like a free sample or something, but whatever, that's just me. Anyways, like I said, this one issue, it wasn't the greatest, it wasn't the worst. I like the interaction with the Ultimate X-Men, because I do like X-Men. If you can't tell from my videos, they are my favorite Marvel, I guess you could say, hero team, because Spider-Man probably would be my favorite Marvel hero. But either way, it's a pretty good book. It's definitely something you would want to read if you're reading throughout the whole thing. I'm not a big fan of the Kingpin, which is why this won't be like rated super high for me. But like I said, it's definitely good. And yeah, that's pretty much my review here, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I will be back next week, hopefully with Volume 5. And yeah, alright then. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. If you have comments, you want to ask questions, I will try and answer. And that's about all I got to say. So yeah, bye.